Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp, and today we're going to be talking about how those odds have been acting up for the game between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. How you doing today, Jordan?
I'm doing good, Dex. Thanks.
All righty, brother. Not much had to go on this one, obviously, as bookies at pinnaclesports.com. We're going in favor of the Cheeseheads. Obviously, they have to open this line a bit high, and that's why they chose the number 10. And, you know, I think it's just a hook below the Vegas opener. But since then, that line pretty much hasn't budged, with the juice actually seeing some activity. Now, Green Bay comes into this game with a recent win over the Eagles, putting their record to 7-3 straight up and 6-3-1 against the spread, while the Vikings are 4-6 straight up and 5-5 against the spread for themselves. Now, Minnesota has a slightly better defense than what the Packers have shown at the moment, but that shouldn't be much of an issue for Aaron Rodgers, who was, and I quote, laughing at the Eagles the whole game last week. Now, I'm sure that this line might start to see some movement before kickoff, but what do you think, man?
Yeah, I think we'll probably see a little bit more movement. It's so spread out now between where Pinnacle has it at 7.5 and where Bovada's sitting at -9. It does appear that we have a group of sports books looking to close it at 8 points here. It wouldn't surprise me to see it close higher than that, maybe at 8.5. I think 9 may be too much. So I'm looking at this one to kind of settle in that 8 to 8.5 range, I think, before kickoff. But either way, Green Bay is looking so dominant right now that even though the Minnesota Vikings do have some upside on defense, it's hard to believe that they're going to hang tough in this game. Although I'm personally laying off this spread because these divisional games have shown that late in the season, even things with the rookie quarterback and a good defense, that they can knock off teams like the Packers. So, and the Packers can be run on. So as if the Vikings can just get a run game going and play good defense, they could stay, pretty close in this game. So I personally am laying off this one just because I think that there's a little bit too much variable in it for me. But it does seem like the Packers could have a very big game once again here this week. I'm not going to go against anybody who thinks that. I would just I wouldn't be too overly optimistic on the Packers in this game. I think they're a solid bet. I don't think they're a great bet by any means, though.
All right, but how's the total looking at? I mean, what's it at right now?
We'll see. It opened a little lower at 47, which to me would look like an over bet, but now it's 48.5 and 49. So there's a lot of that value. I think they bet out of this game.
Right, but Green Bay has been posting up at least like 30 points in the last 2 games as an average. I'm thinking that they might be able to do it.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, you could also run into some. Here's the problem. Dax, we're getting to the point of the year where it's going to start getting cold. And I've experienced that. You have no idea what I'm talking about. There's this thing called cold. And now that the Vikings are playing outdoors for the next 2 years, this cold could have an effect on this game. Now, I wouldn't say that's going to have an effect on Aaron Rodgers by any means. We're more worried about what it would have an effect on Teddy Bridgewater. So I would say if you're going to do the total thing on this game, probably go with, and if you're real bullish on the Packers in this case, which I'm assuming would be most people, go with their team total instead of the game total in this game, because I think that could end up maybe causing you some pain. If I haven't looked at the weather at all, so I have no idea what the weather's looking like in Minneapolis this weekend, but that could be something that you look at as something that could lower the score, possibly one of the only things probably keeping me from betting the over in this game.
Yeah, definitely. The weather factor, obviously, and as you put it, the cold is definitely going to be a big factor to consider in this one. But yeah, I think you're right with that prop bet on the team total. I mean, I believe that what we could find it at is probably around 35 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, it would be in the 30s, probably low to mid 30s. So yeah, that's what I would assume it'd be at.
All right, man. As always, Jordan, it's a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing this again next week, man.
All right, Dax. Thanks, man.
No problem. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.